I wanted to give you an explanation about how I did this yesterday on day 3 of Sian's walk, an hour in. So basically I face planted the ground, and the reason for that is, just let me put you down so I can show you. I have these boots here that have these hooks at the top to wrap your laces around, as you can see. And in all honesty, a couple of times when I was wearing them in, I did feel them catch a little bit, but nothing. I undone hard, would it be okay? And I thought, well, you know, they cost a lot of money. Let's go with it. They'll be fine. But they weren't fine. And yesterday, I don't know how it happened, but they've hooked together like that, which resulted in me going straight down flat on my face and landing on gravel and concrete. And I knew instantly, even though it was like a 0.01 second descent, I knew it wasn't going to be good. But I want to give a quick shout out to the 4 drivers that stopped and helped, obviously phoned an ambulance when they saw my head, and how not just, couldn't understand me, I couldn't understand them, but they went all out to help. And over the last few days, I've actually found it quite difficult with people. You know, you're smiling and you sort of get looked at, and I think that's just the way, you know, I'm a strange person in their country. So, but I couldn't have asked for better people to help me. 2 of them were obviously trained first aiders. They'd actually bandaged my head and wrapped me in foil before any paramedics arrived. 2 volunteer paramedics arrived. The younger one spoke English, assured me, and it was a really nice moment, because he said, the first thing I want to let you know is that you're safe with us, which is great when you're on your own. And then I'm in the ambulance, my backpack. We strapped onto the bed, and I was seated and on my way back to Wrocław to go to hospital. And the efficiency there was, they knew I was coming. I was straight into the triage, seen by a nurse, immediately seen by the specialist doctor, head CT, which obviously proved I just cut my head. And that was all done really, really quickly. The longest part was spending a few hours sitting in observation, I suppose, to check that I hadn't got concussion or anything like that. So, as I say, apart from the way it looks, I am going to be carrying on with Sian's Walk Day 3 Part 2. As soon as possible, I'm going to replace the boots and make sure that, you know, when I'm walking, I'm as safe as possible. I want to say to the people that they've sort of predicted this, because anyone who follows me knows I've had a habit of falling over. Broken wrist in January and hurt my hip back in, I think, May last year. You know, maybe they say things come in threes, maybe this is the last time. But I really think on this occasion, it could have happened to anyone wearing these boots. So once they're replaced, I've no doubt it's going to be fine. And when you think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, raising money for Doctors Without Borders and Resolve, every day, people and children and people suffering with the misuse of solvents, their families, all of these scenarios are far worse than this. I don't wake up every day worried that I'm not going to eat. I don't wake up every day with my mental health so low that I resort to taking drugs or using solvents or committing suicide. The list just goes on. And I hope that going forward, you can support me by donating, following, sharing, and everything we can to get the word out. I mean, I've got the commitment, as you can see. So if you can get behind me and support me to raise as much money as possible and awareness for these two amazing charities, I'll be really grateful. So for now, as always, from me to you, love and kindness.